All right, you guys. Sorry about this. Hopefully, I don't put anybody to sleep, but this is the box that I got from Uncle Steve Shakes. He had called me up and asked me if I wanted to try the barbecue sauce again because when he first came out with it, I told him, I said, it was the best barbecue sauce I've ever had. You need to market it. But, anyways, he's revamped it. It's the same seasoning, the same spices. It's just thicker, he said. So, I can't wait to try it out. I got something that I want to create that's a little crazy, but that's what I do. So I think Papa Texas put this all together for me. Uncle Steve Shakes, I thank you so much. I'm going to put a link to everybody that I mentioned in this video so you can go check it out. His website, best shakes in the world. And as you can see, he sent me some of the shakes. Some of them I haven't tried already. So I'm going to show you what this is. So hang tight. I talk with my hands a lot. Sorry. Okay, so here I'm explaining when I put all my shakes and herbs and spices in the fridge because when you cook, the steam of the cooking goes inside your spice container and that's what makes it clump up. So if you put it in the fridge, you have no clumps. So this is Cooking with CJ, West Coast Shake. Cooking with CJ is a friend of mine, lives in California and has an amazing video. He does all kinds of stuff. He has whatever. And I'm going to put a link to his website, but this is a shake named after him. And that's the original. I have that already. They're all delicious. There was another one in here that is not shown, and it was Mi Amigo. And I have done another video with it that I will be putting up shortly. I think it's a no, it's not a short. I can't remember. Anyways, but it's very good. This one I have not tried before. This is the holiday shake. And it says it's good on cookies and cakes, and you could just eat it like that. So I believe it. And of course, that's the Gator shake, which is amazing. I have a big container of that that's almost empty, so I was really happy to see this. And look at there, little surprises. This is from my buddy Kent at Daddy Dutch BBQ. He gave me a sticker, Babe, which is Tom, my husband, and the mini bug. And she is that. She's a mini me. And by the way, Kent, she says a big thank you. And there's Papa Texas. I love all these guys. And there's his sticker. I have all these stickers in my greenhouse. They kind of garden with me for good luck. So thank you, Uncle Steve and Papa Texas, and I really, really appreciate it. So we're gonna get ready and go try out something with the barbecue sauce, which you already see in the title, but gosh, you talk a lot, Booger. All right, so this is 2 breasts of chicken that I cut up in cubes, and I'm going to put it in the mini processor by Kitchenaid, which works just fine. I do have a meat grinder that comes with my mixer that I could have used, but I'm going to show you that you can ground up some meat with this appliance right here, which is pretty awesome. And I always put a link down below to Amazon. If it's something I bought on Amazon, I put a link to it. You guys can go check it out. That's usually where I do my shopping because I live out here in the woods and it's very far from the stores. Talking with my hands. By the way, I hate this voiceover stuff, so bear with me. Okay, don't put like a whole breast in there. It's just gonna go around in circles. Just cut it up in pieces. I also do this with ground beef and mix it with a little bit of pork and make burgers. I mean, you could do all kinds of stuff. It does everything. I make my hummus out of there. All kinds of stuff. And you just pulse it a couple of times. Probably about 6 times. And it'll turn into ground chicken. Like if you buy ground chicken, it's pretty expensive, but if you do it this way, it's a little bit cheaper. All right, so I had these in the fridge. Nobody was eating them. These Baby Bell cheese. This is the light ones, and I'm gonna use that. That's what I thought. This is how I create stuff. I look in the fridge and I'm like, yeah, let's just put this together. All right. So I wasn't sure how I was gonna, what size I was gonna do my meatballs, but then I was like, I'm just gonna make big meatballs. Like one meatball is a side dish for a meal. You know what I mean? So this is the can cooker rack. It comes in two pieces. It's not the rack that's supposed to go in there, but it fits. The two pieces is a really great thing to have, actually. So again, that's Amazon. It's the cheapest that I found for the DeLonghi air fryer, and it works great. Sometimes I just want to use one side with the rack, you know. So there it is. See that? Pretty easy, huh? So I would say that's probably about a pound and a half. And the chicken breasts weren't very big, so I don't know why I did that. I got an egg. You need a binder. It's because the chicken's, it's wet, right? So we're gonna have to dry it up so it sticks together. So you put an egg. When the egg cooks in the meat, it's just gonna bind things together. And these are the breadcrumbs I'm gonna use. They're Italian size, but you can use like regular. This is what I had. So I'm gonna put almost a like 2/3 of a cup, maybe half a cup. Green onions. I had 3 sprigs of that, and I cut it up in pieces. And I freeze my jalapenos. I had extra jalapenos, so I took a couple out and diced them up really petite. Wanted to put a little spice in there. And then I'm going to use Cooking with CJ's West Coast Shake. It said it was a really good, I can't remember what, anyways, it's really good. I mean, just go check out Uncle Steve's site and it'll explain everything that's in there. Beautiful spices. Look at all that, huh? I'm telling you. And it smells insane. It's so good. It was my first time trying it. So I'm going to put, I think it was like a tablespoon. I don't measure anything, but you know what I mean. You go with your own taste. And those are my hand. My hands are going to be the tools. They're going to be the stirring mechanism. So that's thin sliced bacon, and put it at room temperature so it's easy to stretch out when you're wrapping it in bacon. So I've got 5 pieces of cheese, and I'm like, I don't know if I want 5 meatballs, so I decided to just do 4. Okay, so this is what I do. This is how I measure everything to be the same size. The hands are your best tools in the kitchen, no doubt about it. So it's still wet, but not as much as it was before, so it's great. Whatever I did there was perfect. So flatten it out and put one of those Baby Bell cheese in there and just wrap it up. That's it. Make sure you're closed up and you got the same amount of meat on all the sides of the Baby Bell cheese. And of course it's a big meatball, so I'm gonna have to use 2 slices of bacon there. So just where the seam is, try to cover that up so the cheese doesn't fly out of there. See how it's very stretchable when your bacon's room temperature? Yes. So there you go, crisscross. That's it. All right, so here I say put the seam where I close it up. The seam is right there. Put that on the rack so it keeps it closed. Okay, talking to myself still. I want to go wash my hands, I said. I had 1 piece of cheese left, of course, and half of the pound of bacon. So there's Monsieur Steve's sauce. And I'm going to put it in this little dish so I don't cross-contaminate, because I'm going to brush the chicken with the basting brush. You know what sucks is that when I'm filming, I'm talking to myself. Look at the spices I say. And then I have to do this voiceover stuff, and I'm talking to myself again. And just from the get-go, I could tell it's a lot thicker. Very nice. I'm telling you guys, that sauce is just 5 stars. So there they are. Look how big they are, right? I could have fit another one in there, but we're good. It's the 5-quart DeLonghi Rapid Crisp air fryer. It's got a bottom burner. So here I'm explaining, whenever you cook with bacon in an air fryer, you're going to probably see a little bit of smoking coming out of there, and that's the bacon grease hitting the floor of your air fryer, and I'm air quoting. So if you don't want that mess to happen, just put a little bit of water on the bottom of your pan, and it won't happen. Because the oil and water don't mix, so it's not going to smoke up. So I'm going to brush the tops of this, and probably turn it over and then baste it another time underneath there. I'll baste it a couple times. But as you can see right now, look at the sauce. It's sticking to the meat. It's not running down. So that's a perfect thickness, Uncle Steve. Very nice. And I think I mentioned that at the end. But you're not going to hear me, so. All right. Okay, booger. All right, so I'm explaining that with this air fryer, all the settings to the heat settings and all of that stuff is all typed down below. So with this, I got bacon going on, and I use a rack when I cook with bacon. So I'm going to go to the highest setting on my air fryer, and that's the manual setting, and then I had a brain fart there. Okay, so go to the manual, turn it up to highest setting on your air fryer. That's the bottom burner light, so I'm turning that on. It's just going to cut it down maybe 5 minutes. And we're going to leave the 30 minutes there and just see how long. I said I want to cook it till the bacon's cooked and the chicken reaches 165 plus. So I'm trying to get crispy bacon mostly. So there you go. That's the first side there. I think it was 12 minutes. I can't remember. Flip it over. It's looking good. No cheese is oozing out, so we're good. You could freeze that cheese first if you want to do that. I didn't have to. 17 minutes left. And we're going to check the temperature. Now you can see I put toothpicks in there because it came undone on that side for some reason. So I just put a piece of toothpick in there to hold it against the chicken. So we still got a little bit of waste. I think it was 130 something. So we still got a little waste. I said I'm just going to run it through the end. That's what I said. Yes, toothpicks work in the air fryer, you guys. And they come out easy. It's not a problem. So 30, see, we didn't go. So it was 4 minutes later. I went to 12, I think. Yeah, so 5 minutes. That's what I said. Like, with an air fryer, even 5 minutes makes a big difference. So that's what I did. I did say I was going to go through the whole time, but I decided to check it in 5 more minutes. And we still had a little ways to go. So I said, the heck with it. Let's just finish it off. 12 minutes. So 30 minutes total. That's what I'm saying. I just talk faster than in this thing. Lord, I don't know how people do this. This is exhausting. Voila. And I cut it open to take a picture, but look at that cheese coming out of there, eh? Ain't that beautiful? Look at that. See the onions and the peppers in there? Tell me that's not pretty. Oh. Hang on. Alright, let's resume. Sorry, somebody was at the door. Alright, so that was good. And as I was looking at it, I was like, I was saying that sauce didn't go anywhere in that pan. It stayed right on the meat. which was great. Look at it. I'm telling you guys, it was ridiculous. It's so easy. You could have cut it with a butter knife. Insanity. Looks like a chicken meatloaf, doesn't it? That'd be a great thing to do right there. Chicken meatloaf. Just like that. Right? Heck yeah. I don't like meatloaf with that whole ketchup on top thing. I didn't know. Look at this. I gave that a freaking 5 stars, dude. That was so good. What I said was like, I would pay for this at a restaurant. Heck yeah. So I hear I'm telling Mr. Steve that the sauce is thick and it stays on the food really good. The flavor is the same. It's beautiful. Also, what you don't hear on this, and that was beautiful too, is my family ate this, and my mini bug, she says no other sauce compares to this. So the whole family loved this, and I could only eat half of that. So I said it would feed a family of 6 for sure. And I think Mini Boo ate the other half. Tom, of course, ate the whole one, but 2 pieces of chicken goes a long way, huh? So that was good. Yeah, I'm saying, Mr. Steve, this is good. Keep doing that. I will put a link to everybody's site down below. Uncle Steve, Monsieur CJ, and Papa Texas, and Daddy Dutch. All those, my big brothers. I call them my brothers. So I hope you guys try this out. Alright? So I think we're gonna sign off here. I don't know what I'm talking about, but anyways, hopefully. There's another video that's gonna come up that I have to voice over, and I'm sorry in advance, okay? But that SD card is going in the garbage. That's what happens. So disappointing. But I appreciate everybody stopping by and checking out my videos and being through it with me. And I'm sorry, I've just been busy with gardening and I grabbed the wrong SD card to put in the camera, and this is what happened. Thanks for shopping, guys. Beautiful sauce. Go check it out, please. That's the best sauce in the world. I'm telling you. Thanks for shopping. Bye-bye. Give me a thumbs up. Bye.